on and added to her lead in the world standings. Sherry trying to win another world championship. There's the barrel racers back there in the tunnel, and it's cold here, you know. It's how does that change things for these barrel horses?
Well, you know, it does change things for not only the barrel horses, but the gals on them, because it is cold out there. They have a kind of an indoor tent, but you know, Las Vegas is not known for being really, really cold, so they're not really prepared as we look at the race for the world. Sherry Survey, wow, what a big lead right now, $166,000. Mary Walker is in second place, but she is one of the gals last night that knocked down a barrel, picked up a 5-second penalty. So, you know, that really helps Sherry Survey.
Yeah, she's going to have her work cut out for her if she's going to be able to catch Sherry Survey. Shadow Brazil's going to be the first cowgirl to go tonight. They had a day in the life with Trevor and with Shadow in our Inside the Wrangler NFR, and you can see Trevor watching right there. And as Shadow was talking about, she expects this horse to get more comfortable at Thomas and Mack and get quicker and faster every night.
You know, it's funny, but they actually bought this horse for a head horse prospect, but Brittany Posey had ridden this horse in the barrels and said, Shadow, you need to get at it. And boy, it has been a good match. A little wild on that first turn again tonight. She's got her second barrel down good, third barrel great, much better than last night. That little wide turn on the first one, though, is going to cost her a little bit, 14.02. Sometimes that wins some money.
There's Trevor right there. It's probably much harder for him to watch her compete than anything.
Oh, gosh, it's got to be tough. It does.
Gene Winter's flying.
Yeah, Zan. I thought Zan looked good. She hit a barrel last night, but this little horse, I think if she can leave the barrels up, but again, boy, that's the thing about this arena. The barrels come at you real quick. You know, you don't have a lot of time to set yourself up, get that inside shoulder, and Zan is so quick around him. +5 right there for Gene Winters. You look at it right there, he just shouldered into that second one. You know, you're driving him into a fence. That barrel is just not very far off the fence here, and you have to drive a horse to a point past the barrel to keep him up.
Oklahoma Cowgirl and Jane Melby, she's ready to go. Second trip to the Wrangler NFR. She qualified in 2 of the last 3 years.
Boy, that was close right there. You can see her rock that second barrel. Blackie, real close, just kind of came out a little bit wide out of that third turn, and look at the time, 13.96. She takes the lead now in round number 2.
Kiss on that second barrel, doesn't matter. 13.96 is now the mark in round number 2. Lisa Lockhart, South Dakota Cowgirl. Got a clear shot in the tunnel, here she comes.
Boy, and a long approach right there. You know, it's funny, you see it, each girl kind of determines when she's going to let her horse go. Lisa went from way down in there, 2 good turns, so Louie is firing right now. Nice run. Now we'll see if the clock can help her out. Can she get out of there? Look at the speed he had, picking it up as he went down after that third barrel. 13.94, Lisa Lockhart takes the lead.
You bet, by 2/100ths of a second. Taylor Jacob next to go, Texas Cowgirl, first time here. Did not make any money last night in round number 1.
Hey, I like this horse, though. This little horse, she would have won the round. She hit a barrel. Oh, and almost hit the barrel, but she got by it. Keep the third one up and just maybe was relieved to get by the second one and did not ride her horse into that pocket. Oh, man, 13.73, but +5 again, exactly what she did last night.
Would have taken a big lead if she had left all 3 up.
If she gets those barrels left up, look out. She's going to win a lot of money.
Kaylee Bass next to go. Trailered in all the way from Kissimmee, Florida. That is a long haul to Las Vegas.
Yes, it is, and it's much warmer in Florida, I'm sure, than it is here in Vegas. Cowboy, though, firing tonight. Now, just get in and out of that third one. Good acceleration out of it, good body position. This looks like a fast run, and it is. 13.90 for Kaylee Bass, a new lead.
Brittany Posey. Trying to keep it under control until she can get to the right part of the tunnel. Now she's got a straight shot into the arena.
Oh, and you could see, you know, Tommy, he was just shouldering into that first barrel. Brittany knew it going in. She kind of reached down. You know, I got to tip my hat to Brittany. She qualified on her good horse, Duke, the horse that she's won a world title on. He wasn't able to be competed on here, so she's on a horse, little Tommy, that Sammy Bessert owns. You know, just, you know, it is hard to get on a strange horse. I don't care if you won lots of world titles, it takes a while to get with horses. That's a good horse, I'm sure. As the week goes on, she'll get things figured out a little better.
Sabrina Ketchum next to go. First Wrangler NFR. She won Dodge City this summer. Won Spanish Fork. Split 4th and 5th last night.
Yeah, this is a Dash to Fame horse that she calls Swivel, and you can really see that Dash to Fame imprint on them. I mean, they really look all the same, and 14 and 16 100s. I thought she broke the 14-second mark.
Out of Fallon Taylor, third place last night for her. Qualified 4 times in the 1990s and hasn't been back since until this year.
Boy, look out. This is a quick run. This little horse has got so much acceleration. Oh, and hits the third barrel. Watch the clock. And she's loping out. 13.70. I mean, could have been even faster than that. And hit the third barrel. Oh, man, that's too bad. Just barely hit it, too. Just kind of did not get that pocket deep enough. Oh, that's too bad.
Christy Laughlin next to go.
All right, Christy. Riding her good little horse move, and and shoulders in on that third turn. And, you know, I talk about the conditions here. Smaller arena, these little horses get anticipating these turns. They'll start kind of shouldering in. You try as hard as you can to keep your inside foot on them, keep that shoulder up, get them to that spot before you let them turn. But that is much easier said than done.
Michelle McLeod. They have that Jerry Ann Taylor WPRA Best Dressed Award. It's a $5,000 award. Mary Walker won it a year ago. Mary won everything, as a matter of fact, a year ago.
Wow, this looks good, too. Slick. This is a stallion. I mentioned it last night. 13.76. Now the lead has been blown open. Great run by Michelle McLeod.
And here comes Mary Walker. Things just got a whole lot tougher. 13.76 has the lead in the round. And Mary and Latte knocked a barrel down last night in round number 1. Let's see if they can right the ship here in round number 2.
I'll bet they will. I think Mary's going to be a little more aggressive in the saddle. See, right there, she kind of let off last night, and he came back real strong. Wow, that was crazy on the third one. Here she comes, and the clock stops at 13.89. Put her in second place.
Made her first Wrangler NFR a year ago and won her first world championship. Now to Sherry Serby, number 1 in the average, number 1 in the world, chasing a 4th world championship.
Oh boy, Stingray kind of got a little cheaty on that first barrel. Around the second one, I love this little horse. Good forward motion. I mean, every horse she rides, I like to watch. She is such a good horseman. At 13.66, round number 2. It's not over, but she is in the driver's seat.
Trying to win the first 2 rounds.
Oh,
barrel
my.
racers.
She's going to close the door on a world title early if she keeps that up.
Absolutely. They voted biggest heart for Stingray, the barrel racers did. You can see it there. Trula Churchill, now here she comes.
Oh, boy. You know, that was all because she had a little trouble on her first turn. She came out a little low. She's trying to position Worm in for the second barrel. I mean, it's like every other event. Everything has to happen in motion to see a really quick, clean run like we watched Sherry Serby. You know, little trouble right there for Trula, but she was low on the first barrel, trying to get Worm, you know, positioned a little back and a little higher. Kind of fouled her up on the second one.
Sydney Blanchard, second in the round last night.
Yeah, she's on her backup horse. This is Clancy. You know, she rode Twisted Sister last night. Twisted Sister was about as scary as getting on an eliminator bronc, you know, getting into the arena. Fast horse. This looks good, though. 14.21. We'll see what she rides tomorrow night.
14.21. Let's take a look at our results, brought to you by Justin Boots and Sherry Serby. Is 2 for 2 at the 2013 Wrangler NFR. Number 1 in the world, number 1 in the average, and she has won both go-arounds so far as she chases the 4th world championship.